The water levels in the lake are a lot lower than last year. There is more water flowing out of the lake into here at the American River, where the American River seems full of water in comparison to the lack of water we are seeing in Folsom Lake. It's the last big weekend for boat lovers here at the Folsom Lake. Why the speed limit will be dropping to 5 miles per hour by Monday and what that means for you tonight.
KCRA 3.
Speed limits will be changing a lot earlier in comparison to last year here at Folsom Lake. We'll tell you why and how it affects you tonight. It was here that a hit-and-run incident occurred last night around 7 p.m. 8-year-old Ty Davis was crossing the street on his bike when a car hit him and continued driving without any acknowledgement. All his mother wants now is for the driver to come forward and apologize for what she's done. People of Roseville are angry. They say that their wildlife is dying due to the water that was cut off into their nearby habitat at the Linda Creek. Wildlife are dying up and down the creek, and they said that the water was stopped by the city because of the drought. But the city didn't realize that the community was going to come together and fight back on this decision. If the ordinance passes, communities like Esparto will be directly impacted. Today, we talked to residents to see what they had to say about the new ordinance.
About the New York prison worker accused of helping 2 convicted murderers escape. Investigators have learned that Joyce Mitchell told her husband about the inmate's plans to break out of prison. They say that she warned him about the inmate's plots to kill him after their escape. The 2 men have been on the run since they were discovered missing from a maximum security prison on June 6th. Authorities say that after scouring 16 square miles with no luck, they are now shifting their search to new areas.
Ty Davis just turned 8 a week ago. It came with a pair of new shoes and a cool new bike. But while riding it for the first time Wednesday with a group of friends, Ty was hit by a car.
It didn't feel good.
He was thrown off his bike and onto a sidewalk at Zerlo in Bridgecross Way.
Then I felt dizzy, then I feel like I hurt my ankle.
He says the driver didn't even stop to ask if he was okay.
I don't like you that you just ran me over.
He has a scraped arm, knot on his head, and hurt feelings, plus a furious mom who hopes someone in the neighborhood saw the car and can help police identify it.
Anything could have happened to my baby, and I'm not just going to let this go and say, oh, it was a hit and run, and, we'll just go on about our day. I want this person found.
Ty was riding in the crosswalk when he was hit and says that he looked both ways. His mom just wishes the driver would have stopped to check on her son. And as a former 911 dispatcher, she knows all too well how tragic hit-and-run accidents can be.
They don't always have a happy ending. You don't always necessarily catch the person that committed the crime, the suspect per se, but I'm hoping in this case that we will.
Although Ty had to walk home and tell his mom he was hit by a car, she's thankful that he's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been a busy, if not emotional, day for the 100 or so campers who call the lawn in front of the Placer County Government Center home, full of frustration, goodbyes, and departures.
It's been a mass packing. Cars coming in and out, moving everything all day, all last night, all morning.
This man, who only gave us his first name Brian, is one of the last to leave, in part because he's unsure where he'll head next.
It's like playing hide and seek every night. You're gonna have to play hide and seek every night.
This latest game is already underway after the county passed an ordinance banning camping on its property. That means no tarps, cots, beds, sleeping bags, hammocks, or cooking facilities and similar equipment. But where are they supposed to go? The only shelter in Auburn is temporary and holds just 47 beds.
What's going on in the county?
At a meeting on the shelter's future, the county's director of public works and facilities said expansion is an option with the goal of faster turnover.
People getting the services they need to get them out of the shelter, getting them out to be whatever they happen to need. Everyone's different. That creates more space for the next people to come in.
A recent study by an outside consultant found there is a critical need for 24/7 emergency services and shelter housing in Auburn. As for the cleanup, some residents say it was overdue.
It is a blight. It's very messy. It's an eyesore when we have visitors coming to visit. It's not a pretty sight.
Pretty or not, for Brian and so many others, this was home. Now they're moving on, unsure where to go next.